shot on the back foot, and that's going to run away for a boundary. That was a really, really good shot. A late cut, played really late, and placed it in that gap, and that's four. Really beautiful shot. As I was saying, Wakas is a really stylish batsman, and along with the power, he has shots like this as well, which need pure timing as well. So yeah, we are looking at a really prolific opening batter right there. You cannot bowl anything loosener to over here. You have to be very strict in terms of your line and length when you're bowling against Wakas. So Harman will definitely keep that in mind. He's coming back for his fourth ball. That was a good ball, but it's just going to be a single. There's a bit of a misfield, but they have a backup, so nothing to worry about at the moment. Knight Riders are going well. They're batting at 9 runs per over at the moment. Not taking any risks, just pounding on those bad balls and just rotating the strikes on the good balls. That's a good shot down the ground, but fielder is there, so it's going to be another single. And this is what I was talking about. When the ball is not hittable, they are still hitting it in the gap and getting singles and keeping the scoreboard rotating, which is really, really important. Especially in a T20 game, you don't have many balls, so you cannot waste those deliveries. And especially during the during the power play, when the fielders are not outside, you need to hit those gaps. And that's a big appeal, but batsman is safe. Rokas definitely went for that shot, but it was a swing and a miss. And that's the end of the second over. This over also went for 8 runs, and Knight Riders are 16 for no loss after 2 overs. This has been a really good contest. Bowlers are also being quite economical, I would say, especially when you have good batsmen on the crease. I mean, 8 runs per over is, I wouldn't say it's ideal, but at the same time, it's not really bad if you think about the context of the game at the moment, especially for a T20 and especially during the power play. So I would say this is a good competition going on at the moment. We have Arjun coming back for his second over and Uddin on strike. And they have a very standard field setup, just long on and long off outside, and they have all the other players inside the circle. So Arjun over here, he cannot give too much room to the batsman over here. Ooh, that was a good ball. It was swinging out, and I think it could have been a little bit of a slower delivery as well. Batsman had played the shot way too early. Batsman had almost completed the shot by the time the ball was pitching. So that was an interesting strategy by Arjun over there. Let's see what he does now. Another outswinger. Uddin tried to make room for it and went over the covers, but could not get that shot, and that was a swing and a miss. That was a really good ball again, and this is good bowling by Arjun because, as I was saying, with the field setup that he has, he cannot give too much room to the batsman, and that's what he is doing. He is not giving enough room, and batsman has to create room to get away with it, but it's not being easy with the swing. So really good bowling by Arjun so far. Another good ball, and just placed towards the fielder. So it's going to be another dot ball. These dot balls are definitely going to create pressure on Uddin. He will definitely try to break away from the shackles any moment now. Really good bowling by Arjun so far. Good bowling again, but that's again is played to a fielder and it's just gonna be a single. The wind is picking up a little bit, which will help with the swing, but the wind and the swing could be a double-edged sword. If you're not able to use it properly, it can give away runs in terms of extras, or the line can be very. Another good ball. There was a Yorker length ball, but it was placed in the gap and it will be just a single. So far, really good bowling by Arjun. A really good comeback after his first over. His first over was also very good, but he did give one boundary in that over. But apart from that, he has been bowling really well. And same for this one as well. He's been bowling really good line and length. Mohammad Waqas on strike now. Let's see what he does. They have changed the field a little bit, and they have a mid-wicket and long on for Mohammad Waqas. Let's see what he does. He'll definitely try to swing in to him. Last ball of the over. Coming around the wicket. Good ball again. And that's a dot. And that's just one run of the over. That is an extraordinary bowling by Arjun. Really good bowling, good line and length. Not giving enough room to batters, so they're not being able to get away with those shots. They have to get creative, or they have to make some room for themselves to make some runs. So that was a really good over. So after 3 overs, Knight Riders are 17 for no loss. Calgary Legends bowling really well, but they also need to look into getting some wickets right now. The ball is swinging and the batsmen are under pressure, so this is really good setup for bowlers to get some wickets, and they really need to take advantage of that, because once the ball stops swinging, it's only going to get easier for batters, and the challenges for bowlers will be more. So let's see what Herman has in mind. Again, very very standard field setup, long on, long off, outside the circle, and everybody else inside. So let's see what he does. That's a good shot, and that is gonna run away. That is actually a 6 now. That was a really good shot. Was a flick from the pads and just gone over the backward square leg region. That was a really good shot by Uddin. It was too straight by Harman, and it was swinging in, and Harman and Uddin just helped it on its way. That was a really good shot, good timing and good power as well. Beautiful shot. With the field setup that Harman has, he cannot bowl too straight. He has to be very strict in terms of his line. He has to bowl into that 4th and 5th stump quadrant. If he bowls something like that, he is going to get hit again. And that was swinging in, but it's just going to be a single down the ground. So as I was saying, Herman has to be really strict with his line with the field setup like this, because anything which is where the batsman can hit the ball on the square side of the leg or offside, they will go for it because there is no protection outside the circle. So Herman has to be really smart about his bowling over here. Let's see what he does to Waqas over here. That was a swing and a miss. Waqas definitely tried to go over that mid-wicket region, but that was a swing and a miss. He's asking umpire about wide, but it was not a wide at all. Funny Bhai is the umpire today. He's one of our very certified and very fair umpires for the league, which is really good to see. So we can definitely expect fairness in terms of umpiring today. Arvind coming back for his 4th ball. There was a good shot, and that's running through the gap, and that's a 4. That was a really beautiful drive by Mohammad Waqas. Ball was there to hit. It was a half volley just outside the off stump, and Mohammad Waqas just leaned into it, leaned into that drive, and that was a beautiful, beautiful shot, piercing that gap from the extra cover region, and that's another boundary. This over has been expensive so far, already 11 runs of the over, 2 more balls left. Harman has to be smart about his bowling. No field changes yet. Let's see what he does now. That was a good ball, but I believe there was an edge, and it will definitely was going down the wicket as well. So that was a good ball. Good comeback by Harman. And this is what I was talking about. Especially during the power play, bowlers has to be very, very strict about the line and length, or else they will get hit for boundaries. Good comeback by Harman. Let's see what he does for his last ball of the over. Oh, that was an edge, but no slip. So it's just going to run down the ground, and batsman coming back for second. Wow, that was a good ball. Definitely a good ball. Waqas was trying to go for that drive again, but this time the ball was swinging a little bit more and caught the edge. But lucky for Waqas, there was no slip in place, and he got a double run over there. But this is really surprising that there's no slip especially when the ball is swinging so much. The captain needs to think about this. The ball is still swinging, and the batters are going for the shots, so there will be an edge, and there will be opportunities like this, so they need to capitalize on that. This was a great opportunity, especially against a batter like Waqas, because once he gets going, it's really difficult to stop him. So that is a lifeline for Waqas, and that over went for 13 runs. That was an expensive over. So now after 4 overs, Knight Riders at 30 for no loss. Quite an eventful over, last one. Arjun coming back for his third over. Bowling 3 on dot. He bowled a really nice over previously. Let's see if he can continue that momentum again. Uddin on strike. Uddin did struggle against him. That's a good shot in the gap. There was a misfield over there. This is not something that bowler will be happy with. The ball should have been stopped. The fielder was there. It was a misfield, and that's gonna be a boundary. So a bit of a hard luck for Arjun. It was a good shot, but it wasn't in the gap. The fielder should have caught it, but it was a misfield. Bowlers really need the supports from the fielders to make things happen. And if the misfields are taking place, then it's going to be difficult for everything. It's a good ball, good comeback by Arjun. Really good ball. Yorker length. Couldn't get away with it. It's a good context between Arjun and Uddin. They're both trying to come on top. And the scale is not tipping in any side. It's in the middle. They're both in the same spot right now. And that was a really good ball. Big appeal, but it's definitely going over the stumps. So batsman is safe. Really good bowling by Arjun. It's not been very easy to put out for batters. He's bowling good line and lengths and using that swing very well. And I'm still surprised that captain still has not kept a slip for him as well. because in this over we might be seeing another edge. Down the ground and plays to the fielder, and that was a quick run. That was a really good fielding and throw, but there was also a good running between the wickets. So quick single for Knight Riders. Muhammad Waqas on strike now. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my bad. I think the batsman was sent back, so that was not a single. A bit of a fumble, but it's safe, and another dot ball in this over. So apart from the first boundary, which went off a misfield, the over has been really good again by Arjun. He's been bowling really well. In this over as well, only 4 runs so far, and last ball of the over. He will be looking into getting that wicket now. Let's see what he does. And batsman makes some room, and that's gonna go out of the boundary. That was a really good shot. Batsman made some room and played inside out over the fielders in that cover region, and that's a 4. Really good batting. Batsman had to break out of those shackles. After 4 dot balls back to back, he had to do something, and he did it. Really good batting. And after 5 overs, Knight Riders are 38 for no loss. All right. So 5 overs are done, and the power play almost over. Last over for the power play. Looks like the bowlers are changing. After that expensive over by Herman, captain has decided to give bowling to someone else, which was a smart decision. Let's see what legends have in mind now. They definitely need to get a wicket over here, especially in the power play. The batsmen are getting settled. Runs are coming in regular intervals. So if the bowlers don't get any wickets over here, it's going to be really difficult for them. The ball is still swinging, so the chances can be made over there. Bowlers still trying to set the fielding. Looks like there's a spinner coming in, and that's a really good shot by Waqas, and that's going to run for the boundary again. Was a bit short, and he lashed onto it really quickly, went on the back foot and smacked that ball in the mid-wicket region, and that's not a good start for the over. And this is Nav who's bowling here, and Waqas doing really well. Let's see what he does now. Really good ball, but it is too straight, and there's no protection in that area, so it's going to be another boundary for Knight Riders. Nav is giving those balls to Waqas on a silver platter. There's no protection whatsoever in the square leg region, and bowling in on leg is going to be very costly for Nav. You really need to bowl his line well. Two boundaries back to back for this over. Another short ball, and this is a big hit. This is a really big hit, and this is going to be a 6. This is not a very good bowling by Nav here. first ball was short, another ball was on the pads, and the third ball again short. 3 boundaries back to back. Three balls still left in the over, and the over already has given 14 runs. And all of a sudden, Knight Riders are in 50s now. Mohammad Waqas playing really well. His strike rate over 200 now, 27 in just 13 balls. Let's see what Nub does now. Another ball on the pads, but this time Waqas just defended it. And a dot ball here. Finally, bowler gets to take a breath over here. That was a good ball again. Almost a Yorker length, and Waqas could not place it anywhere. Good ball again. So that's the end of the power play, and Knight Riders are 52 for no loss, which is not a good sign for Calgary Legends, because they couldn't get any wicket during the power play, and that's going to be really difficult for them. And this is the batting card so far. Uddin Imad is playing a good innings so far, 25 runs in 20 balls, and Mohammad Waqas is playing a really good hand over here, 27 runs in just 16 balls, and 6 overs. Run rate is 8.67, 52 runs for no wickets. And let's see what the bowling card is showing. So far, Arjun has bowled 3 overs, really good overs, only 17 runs. But Herman and Nav, both of them have been expensive. Both of them have given more than 10 runs in over. And that is not a good sign for Calgary Legends. Now we are seeing a different bowler now coming into the attack. Uddin Imad on strike. It's the end of the power play, so let's see what's their field setup now. There's a deep cover, there's a long on, long off, and I don't see any other fielder outside the circle here. There's another leggy, and he's starting with a wide. So new bowler is Vrund. Starting with a wide. It's a really good shot, and there was a big shout for a catch, but good effort by the fielder, and that's just gonna be a single. It's good, really good effort. Think he got a hand on it. Could have been a spectacular catch if he had made it. Now Mohammad Waqas is on strike. This lefty-righty combination is really difficult for the captain, because after every strike change, he has to change the field. On the pads, and Waqas is kicking himself that he couldn't get that ball out of the boundary. That was there to hit, it was on the pads, his strong area, but he couldn't get it away with. Stroke of luck for the bowler. He has to do better this time. Again on the pads, and again Waqas could not get that ball out of the boundary. He has to let the ball come to him, let the ball come in his attacking side. This time the ball was on the offside, and just placed it in the long off area to the fielder, and just a single. So far a good over, just 3 runs. And that wide, I think that was the first extra of this match so far, which is a good sign. Again in the point region, and the ball is going to run away for boundary. That was a really good shot. It was wide and a bit short, and Uddin Imad just lashed onto it and played that square cut shot and threw the gap to the boundary. Knight Rider is going really well over here. The strike rate is really well, more than 8.5 runs. Their target is 160 to 170 runs, and the way they are going right now, they will definitely achieve that target. Some changes in the field over here. Let's see what the bowler does now. It's a good ball, and it's going to be a dot. With that, end of the overs. After 7 overs, Knight Riders are 59 for no wickets. Still no wickets, which is definitely a concerning thing for the captain of Calgary Legends. He will definitely try to break this partnership. He has to come up with some sort of strategy here. Good batting so far by Knight Riders. They are respecting those good balls and just trying to rotate the strikes whenever they can. And whenever the bad ball is coming, they are dispatching it out of the ground. Really good batting. Minimal risk, but maximum reward so far. Nav coming back for the over. He will definitely look into make some amends after his last over. And Muhammad Waqas on strike again. But this time it's not the power play, so he can have more fielders outside the circle. And we have a deep cover, long on, long off, and deep mid wicket, and also a square leg, deep square leg. And he tried to go big on that square leg area, but could not time the ball properly, but he still get a single. Uddin Imad on strike for the first time against Nav. Let's see what he does. Changing the field again. Calgary Legends need to be quick with those field changes. They don't want those extra penalty runs. On the leg, but just above the fielder. And that's going to be in the gap, in the cow corner region. And that's another 4. Good shot. It was too straight, and he flicked it over the fielder and placed it right in the gap between mid wicket and long on. That was a really good shot. Well played by Uddin Imad. That was a good shot again. And again, it's in the gap. It was hit really straight. The long on fielder was too wide. If he had been a little bit straighter, could have gone for a catch or could have saved that boundary. But it was too wide, and the shot was too straight. So this is going to be another 4 for Knight Riders. Uddin Imad playing a really good hand now. He is 38 in 25 balls, and now is not looking very happy. He's given too many runs so far. 1.3 overs, 23 runs already, which is not a good sign for the team and for the bowler as well. Looks like he's switching the fielders on long on and long off. But I think instead of switching, he needs to place the fielders in the right area. Let's see how he can come back after that. That's chipped in the air, fielder coming right underneath, but that's a drop catch. There was an opportunity. It was a good ball by Nav. A bit of a flight, and Uddin Imad went for the shot but got a top edge. And there was definitely a really good opportunity for Calgary Legends to get that wicket, finally break that partnership, but could not latch onto that catch. And that's a missed opportunity. Now Mohammad Waqas is back on strike. And another top edge, but this time it's gonna go over the fielder in the third man region and just gonna get a single. So quite an eventful over so far. We got 2 boundaries and 2 back-to-back top edges and opportunities over here. So Nav doing some sort of magic over here. He's definitely coming back after those 2 boundaries. He's definitely thinking about it. Now he has an extra fielder in the cow corner area. So let's see what he does now. Oh, he gave a wide. Definitely not what he was planning for. But he does get an extra ball, so he can definitely try for the wicket again. So let's see what he does. Good ball. And another misfield, but still a single, just a single. Batsman is not trying to waste their energy in taking those quick singles. They know the boundaries are coming. And another expensive over here. This is not a very good sign for Calgary Legends. 2 opportunities put down. I would say 1 opportunity put down and another one was still a chance, but out of reach. Definitely trying to get those wickets, but they're not happening. When the catches are coming, they have to get the catches. As the saying goes, you know, catches win the matches, but they're definitely not taking those catches. So I hope they learn the lesson after that drop catch. And we have Brund coming back for his second over. He bowled a good over, the previous one. Apart from that square cut boundary, the bowling was good. He has no protection outside the circle on the leg side, especially in the square and mid-wicket region. So, oh, sorry, I stand corrected. There is a square leg. So let's see how he bowls. He needs to stick to the stumps with this kind of field setup here, because he does not have a deep point or a deep third man. So if the ball is too wide, Imad can just cut the ball again and get another boundary. So he needs to stick to the stumps. Resetting. And that's an awful delivery by the bowler. Just slipped from his hands, and that's going to be a no ball. So for this previous over, he started with a wide, and for this over, he's starting with a no ball and a free hit. Some sort of discussion going on between the batter and the umpire. Let's see what Rund does now. And that's an amazing shot by Imad. It's not going to cross the boundary. It just lands in the no man's land. And he's just going to get 2 runs over there. It was an inside-out shot, but maybe it was not off the middle of the bat, so he couldn't cross the boundary there. So I would say Rund was a bit lucky over there. It was a low full toss, but Imad could not dispatch that ball, so just got pushed for a single. The bowler needs to control his length over here. He's not being very accurate with his length. He's been bowling full tosses and short balls, and that no ball was kind of awful. So he definitely needs to control his length over there. I know with the wrist spin, it can be a bit tricky to control that length. Let's see what he does against Wakas over here. On the leg, and he tried to go for it, but it's just gonna get inside edge and gone to the fine leg region, but it's just gonna be a single, I guess. They did not run doubles, which is quite surprising because definitely there was an easy double over there. It looks like they took only a single. Batsman could be getting tired over there. It is really hot outside and the wind has stopped, so there's not much cooling happening for the batters, so they could be getting tired. Batsman was shuffling in the crease a little bit. Could have been a dangerous play over there with just a single, a quick one actually. The batsman shuffled quite a lot. If he had missed that shot, he would have definitely been a plumb LPW. That was a good shot by Mohammad Waqas. Fielder coming underneath, but he misses once again. That is really bad sign for Calgary Legends. Two opportunities created by both spinners, and they've been put down again. But this time it was a boundary as well, so it's like rubbing salt on your wounds. So bowler will definitely feel really bad about it. It's another over gone, and after 9 overs, Knight Riders are 82 for no loss. Could have been 2 wickets here if they had caught those 2 catches, but not to be. And still no wickets. Calgary Legends really need to take those catches. This was a good opportunity. The fielder was on the boundary line. He did not have to move at all, but he could not judge the ball properly, and the ball just went through his hands to the boundary. So the bowlers are definitely going to feel really bad about that, especially when you are getting hit for runs and the wickets are not coming, and when you try to create that opportunity and when it's put down, it really feels bad. They have to pick themselves up and try to keep creating those opportunities again. Looks like there's a bowling. No, Nav is coming back. Or actually we are changing the bowler here. Looks like Manjeet is coming to bowl. And Uddin Imad is on strike. Hopefully this time if the opportunity comes, they will be able to latch onto it. Looks like Manjeet is bowling a medium right arm over. Let's see if he can create any opportunities there. And 2 straight. There's no protection on that backward square leg region, and it's just gonna run for the boundary. There was 2 straight and was flicked, but it was edged in that area. But because there's no protection, it just ran to the boundary. So not a good start for the over. Bowlers really need to bowl to their field, otherwise they're just gonna leak runs like this. Good shot by Dinimat, but that's caught on the field. Just gonna be a single. It was a good shot, but the fielder was there. Calgary Legends really need to think of some sort of strategy to get wickets over here, because the partnership has already gone to 87 runs so far. No wickets yet. It's a short ball on the body. And again, since there was no protection on that fine leg region, there's another boundary. As I said earlier, the bowler really need to bowl to his field. If you don't have any protection on fine leg side, You cannot bowl too straight. They really need to control all these things because nothing is going in their side at the moment. The catches are being dropped. The wickets are not falling. The runs keep leaking. Only thing in their control at the moment is their own skills and their own bowling, and they really need to think of that, and they really need to bowl to their field, or else the opportunities will not be created, and the runs will just keep leaking. And Wakas comes down the ground, and that's a monstrous hit. The ball has gone so far away. This should be considered as 10 runs at least, I would say. This was so far away, and I would say this was against the wind as well. So imagine if it was with the wind, it could have gone even longer way. Monstrous hit, it dances down the ground and just whacks it over the mid-wicket region. What a great shot. What a great batsman here. He's on 44 now in just 26 balls. Amazing batsman. Oh, that was a very risky play by Mohammad Waqas there. He came down the ground very early, challenging the bowler, and he just missed that shot. Could have gone to the stumps. Good ball. Good comeback by Manjeet over there, but still went for 15 runs in this over. Quite an eventful over again. That was a monstrous hit over there. After that, that swing and a miss, which could have been a wicket, but luckily for Mohammad Waqas, not to be. This has been a really good contest so far. A very entertaining match. Good skills have been showcased by both batters. They're playing all over the ground. The captain is discussing with the bowler, definitely trying to come up with something. So with the context of the match, we are putting up a poll online, and we are trying to decide what score uh, will be displayed by Knight Riders over here. Now, they could cross because they are being put down, and both the batters is set, and they're those runs. So they are not gonna care about their wickets anymore. They're just gonna try to get as many runs as possible because they still have their entire batting lineup after them. Imad Uddin is on 49 right now. Let's see if he can reach his 50 over here. And he does. He hits that ball in the square, in the point region. He wanted to come back for the double, but Waqas sends him back. And with that, Uddin Imad reaches his 50 in just 34 balls. Really, really good batting. Strike rate of 147, 7 fours and a 6. Very skillful batting by Uddin Imad. A chance put down as well by Calgary Legends for him. So they are definitely gonna feel that after the game. Good shot again. It's just gonna be a single. So as I was saying, we have put the poll online. So definitely give your votes and let's see who comes right about their. played up over that fielder in the cover region. This is outrageous by Imaduddin. He is batting way too well now. Confidence has skyrocketed after his 50 now. That was a switch hit. No protection in the third man region. And that's another boundary. Really stylish shot. I think his own wicket anymore. He just as many runs as possible. Confidence. You can definitely see that confidence after that shot. The inside out shot was so skillful and then an inventive shot. Now Nav coming around the wicket. That was wide and played in the point region, and that's going to beat the fielder. 3 back-to-back boundaries for Imaduddin. He's playing way too well now. Batting dangerously. 62 in 37 balls. And with that, Knight Riders, they have 111 already. Still one more ball left in the over. He's already gone for 14 runs in this over. And this is just going to be a single. So with that, it's 15 runs in that over. And Knight Riders are now 112 after 11 overs. They're batting really well. This run rate is about 10 right now. No wickets yet. So both the batters are just gonna go for those shots and try to get as many runs. And that is not a good sign for Calgary Legends. Things are not working for them. The opportunities are not being made. And the ones that are coming are not getting fruitful. The batters are just playing with the field. And everything is going against Calgary Legends right now. They're batting too well. The Knight Riders. Both the batsmen full of confidence. The ball they must be looking at the ball like a football now. That's how set they are. $112 after 11 overs. And Calgary Legends, they have already dealt all the cards in the hands, but nothing is working for them yet. Looks like Harman is coming back to the attack. They have to create some sort of miracle over here now. Calgary Legends captain during the toss told me that he wants to restrict Knight Riders under 150, but the situation which is happening at the moment, I don't think that's gonna be possible anymore. They're already 112. There's still 9 overs left, and both the batters batting very, very well. Good running between the wicket. That's a quick single. Looks like umpire is trying to get batsman's attention over here. Harman has been a bit expensive in his first 2 overs during the power play. So he had already given 21 runs in his first 2 overs. Hopefully he can come back after those first 2 overs. Bit of a swivel, but just a single. Both the batters over here, they're not going to worry about their wickets anymore. They're just going to try to play shots and try to capitalize this situation as much as possible. Wind has picked up again, but I don't think it's going to help the bowlers anymore, but could help the batters. That was a good ball, a slower Yorker. Really good ball by Harman. No runs for that. This is exactly what they need right now. They need somebody to put some sort of pressure on the batsman so they could go for something out of the ordinary and maybe create an opportunity for them. So let's see how it goes. Batsman tried to go for that shot, but again mistimed and no runs. So good bowling by Harman so far. Just 2 runs in his first 4 balls. Let's see what he does now. Again a slower ball. Good effort by the fielder. But it's just going to be a single. Harman is varying his pace really well, which is creating difficulties for the batters over there. They're not being able to play their shots. They're definitely trying, but it's not happening for them. So good comeback by Harman so far. Let's see what he does for the last ball of his over. Comes down the ground. Again a slower ball, just an inside edge, and wicketkeeper stops it behind the wicket. So just 3 runs in that over, which is really well bowled by Harman. It's putting a bit of that pressure on the batsman. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to feel any pressure because they know that they have their entire batting lineup still in the pavilion, and their run rate is still more than 9.5. So they definitely don't have much to worry about. But an over like this, after those few loose overs, is definitely going to give some sort of confidence to Calgary Legends. So I hope the other bowlers will continue this momentum that Harman has given them. Looks like Vrund is coming back for his over. He did create an opportunity in his last over, but it was put down. So hopefully this time he creates another opportunity and it's not being put down. All the fielders are down the ground. So he cannot give too much room to the batter. But he does give room to the batter this time, and Uddin Imad has been playing so skillfully. He chips that over the point, and that's gone for the boundary. I was just saying that with the field setup the bowler has, he should not give room to the batter, but he does, and Imaduddin, he takes full advantage of that and dispatches it over the boundary. And for the 4, they definitely need to be more smarter in the bowling. They have not been so far. They have leaked too many runs. And now this time he bowls on the leg, but luckily there was a fielder and he grabs the ball really well. Just a dot ball this time. But this was not a good ball by the bowler. Luckily the fielder caught the ball because this could have definitely gone to the boundary as well. That was a good ball. Yorker, flighted delivery, not easy to dispatch. That's what he needs. Good ball this time. Batsman tried to create some room, but just a swing and a miss. So it's going to be another dot ball. They could have taken a single over there, but they did not. So good 3 balls, good 2 balls actually after the first 2. Good ball again, but that's just pushed into the gap for a single. So this is what I was talking about. with the field setup that he has, he should not give too much room to the batter. Just keep bowling on the stumps so batter cannot freely play those shots. He has to create the room for himself. He has to create those shots which will present some opportunities for Calgary Legends. So a good comeback by Vrund over there. Let's see what he does for Wakas. And good ball. Flighted delivery on pads. Fielder is there. So that's going to be another dot ball. So just 5 runs of this over. So good over actually. After the first ball that's gone for the boundary, there was a good over, good comeback by Vrund, and just 5 runs. So after 13 overs, 120 for no loss for Knight Riders. Mohammad Wakas is on 46 of 32. And Uddin Imad playing a really good hand over here. He's on 70 in just 47 balls. This is a really good matchup so far. Knight Riders are playing really well. Calgary Legends, things are not going their way. But with the last 2 overs, they have definitely gained some sort of confidence. Last 2 overs gone only for 8 runs, which is really good in the context of this game so far. They have brought down the run rate by a little bit, which is a good sign for them. But they definitely need to break this partnership. Partnership has already crossed 100 runs, which is a really extraordinary feat, especially in a T20 game. Really good cricket so far. Calgary Legends need to be really quick with their field changes over here. They cannot take so much time between the overs. They do not want to get that over rate penalty. They have already given too many runs. And that's a leading edge. Fielder coming underneath, and that's a wicket. Finally, the partnership is broken after 120 runs. Uddin Imad tried to play across, tried to play in that mid-wicket region, but he gave a leading edge and just chipped it towards the cover fielder, and he takes a simple enough catch. And finally, they have grabbed an opportunity. I can definitely see relief on all the faces for Calgary Legends. Finally, they were able to break this partnership. I feel like this was a bit of a commentator's curse for Knight Riders. I said too many nice things about them. And Uddin Imad has lost his wicket. He made 70 in 48 balls. A really good innings for him. Definitely one to remember for a long time. With 11 fours and 1 6, a strike rate of 145 plus. That is really good batting. And now we have new batter walking to the field. The new batter is Ali. He has played 93 matches so far with 2,877 runs with a strike rate of 84 plus. So definitely a good batter. Quite experienced as well. Let's see what he does. Manjeet getting the first ever breakthrough for this match. He'll definitely be very happy. His first over, he went for those runs, that monstrous 6 by Wakas that he went for, and after that, getting the first wicket for the team, he'll definitely feel very confident now. So let's see if we can keep that momentum going on. As I was saying, that those past 2 overs did not go for too many runs and definitely created some sort of pressure for the batter. And this is another shot, but this is straight down the ground. That's a powerful hit by Mohammad Wakas. And that's going to be a 6. It went straight like an arrow, and with that shot, he completes his 50 as well. What a way to bring his half century. 52 in just 33 balls, 6 fours, 3 sixes. Strike rate of over 157. What a batsman. This is what you expect from your opener. Dominating batting over there. Manjeet giving a bit of a loosener over there. He needs to come back. That's a swivel, but fielder is there, so should catch that ball and just a single. Manjeet got the first breakthrough. Let's see if he can get another breakthrough over here. There's a new batter. It's a good opportunity to take that wicket. But he bowls too straight. But fielder is there. So it's going to be another dot ball. So good comeback after that 6. Fielder looks to be in a bit of a pain. Flinching his hands. But looks like he's fine. Manjeet coming back for his last ball of the over. Let's see if he can do something over there. It's a good ball. Played in the gap just for a single. So after that eventful over, the over went for 8 runs, and after 14 overs, Knight Riders 129 after 1 wicket. So Knight Riders are still going on with a really healthy run rate, 9.21, and they're definitely going to cross their own target. Their captain told me that he wants to aim for 170, and he'll definitely achieve that the way they're playing. They'll definitely go way above that. And that is a concerning thing for Calgary Legends because they wanted to restrict Knight Riders under 150, which definitely is not going to happen anymore. Unless there's a miracle and we see a hat trick in this over. But I'm definitely sure they will cross that 150 mark. Vrund coming back for his 4th over. He's given 21 runs so far. He's bowled well. He's definitely given some out of control balls, but he has come back after those. Let's see what he does now. There was a switch hit by Ali. His 4th ball. He's not even set yet, but he definitely goes for the switch hit, which tells me a little bit about the confidence that Knight Riders have at the moment. They know that they still have all of their batting lineup in the pavilion, so they can afford to go for these risky shots, because if the wicket falls, they know there are other batters which can come and keep that scoreboard going. So they are taking that risk. There was a single over there. Mohammad Waqas back on strike. He'll definitely try to take this bowler down this time. It's a good ball. Another flighted Yorker. And that's good running between the wickets. And they squeeze in 2 runs pretty quickly. This is what they should do. They did miss quite a few opportunities to take those doubles. But I can understand the batters are getting tired. But they should not let those opportunities for taking doubles go. And this is coming down the backward square leg region, and this is going to run for another boundary. This was too straight on the pads, and Mohammad Waqas tries to flick the ball and takes the edge and goes for a boundary in that backward square leg region. Vrund needs to control his line. He cannot keep bowling in that area. There's no protection in the back, so if the ball has missed the fielder, it's definitely going to run for the boundary. Again, the ball is on the leg, and this is a big hit. A 6 by Mohammad Waqas. Was short and on the pads, and Mohammad Waqas just sat back and dispatched that over the square leg region. What a shot that was. 65 runs in just 37 balls for Mohammad Waqas. This over has already gone for 13 runs so far. Still one more ball left. Past 3 overs have been good for Calgary Legends. They did not give too many runs and also got a wicket. But with this over, the momentum has shifted to Knight Riders once again. Mohammad Waqas is playing such a good hand for his team right now. And he has been doing that for past few matches. Very consistent, top of the order. And being lefty always creates problems for the bowlers. Last ball of the over. That's another opportunity put down by the fielder. That's 2 opportunities put down for Waqas, and both the opportunities were given for by Vrun's bowling. He has to feel really bad. Last ball of the over, he could have taken that a wicket, but he could not. The fielder has put down second catch for the match, and this is really disappointing for Calgary Legends. They could have gotten that big wicket of Mohammad Waqas, but not to be. There was a flighted full toss ball, low full toss outside the off stump, and Mohammad Waqas tried to go for a slog sweep and could not time it very well and was going straight to the fielder, but he could not catch that. Very disappointing. And very lucky for Waqas, his second chance. It's definitely his lucky day. He should try to convert his 50 into 100 now. After that chance dropped. Manjeet coming back for the over. Maybe he'll try to get another wicket, another breakthrough. Mohammad Waqas back on strike. 14 runs in the last over. That's amazing shot again by Mohammad Waqas. The captain of Calgary Legends must be feeling really, really sad. Just in the last ball, the opportunity was put down for Mohammad Waqas. And now on the next ball, he hits a monstrous 6. This is really cruel, very ruthless for Calgary Legends. Mohammad Waqas taking full advantage of their fielding mishaps, capitalizing on those bad balls. He's on 72 after 39 balls. A really good innings. Very eventful innings. Let's see what Manjeet does now. He should not bowl any full balls. Need to bowl in that good length. And that was a good length ball. Mohammad Waqas tried to go for the swivel pull shot, but could not hit that ball at all. And that's what they need. They need to bowl on that good length, so it won't be easy to go with those shots. That was a good ball, Yorker length ball. It's a good comeback by Manjeet after that first monstrous 6. And that's chipped in the air, fielding running beneath it, and Manjeet drops the catch. Oh my God, this is really hard to see. Manjeet was right underneath the ball, and the fielder came running in, and I think because of that, Manjeet got confused, and he let go of the ball. Third chance dropped for Mohammad Waqas. This is out of this world right now. 3 chances dropped for one batter, and all the 3 catches were very simple. None of those catches were difficult. None of the catches the fielders had to run anywhere, but this is just poor fielding by Calgary Legends. Really disappointing to see. Good bowling by Manjeet, another Yorker. So after that first 6, actually a good comeback. Another opportunity created but put down by the bowler himself. So he cannot blame anyone else over here. So with that 16th over, Knight Riders are 152 for 1 wicket. With 4 overs left, they will definitely try to get at least 40 to 50 runs more. And with Mohammad Waqas batting the way he is, it is very well possible. Ali is also trying to get a move on. He's also trying to play those big shots, but he's not being able to time the ball yet. He still has to settle. And he's not getting too many balls to play. Mohammad Waqas is taking most of the strike, which he should, because he's playing really well. Nav coming back for his last over, I believe. He's given 42 runs so far. It's been really expensive. Hopefully he can make amends for that in his last over. Maybe he'll take wicket for Mohammad Waqas. You never know. But not to be this time. It was a low full toss and Mohammad Waqas just plays a straight shot down the ground for a boundary. What a shot that was. It was a low full toss and he latched onto it right away and hit it straight down the ground for a boundary. I don't think it was off the middle of the bat. I could hear the toe end of the bat, but it was powerful enough to clear the boundary. And that was a top edge, but it's just going to be a single. Just went over the wicket keeper over there for a single. Nav has a good opportunity he might be able to take Ali's wicket because Ali has not been set yet, but he's definitely trying to go for those big shots. But that was a bad ball by Nav on the pads, full delivery, and with no protection whatsoever in that square fine leg region. That's another boundary. That was a poor ball by Nav. Has not been very well this match. He's already given 51 runs. It's still 3 more balls left in his over. I keep saying that bowlers really need to bowl to their field. That's the most important thing for them, because otherwise their plans will never work, because there won't be any protection. That was a good ball. Just for a single though. This is what he needs to do. If he bowls that loose ball, batsman is definitely going to take full advantage of that. Mohammad Waqas on strike again. He's 21 runs away from his century. Will he get there? And that's a monstrous hit again. Fielder coming underneath, but he's just going to watch the ball sailing over the field. And that's another 6 for Knight Riders. What a shot that was. It was a full delivery in the arc. And with the strong hands of Mohammad Waqas, it has been dispatched outside the boundary in that mid-wicket region. The batsman the fielder looked interested for a minute over there, but the ball was well struck and just sailed over the boundary for the 6. It's already 16 runs in this over so far. Nav has been very expensive last over for his and that was actually a good ball played to the long off just for a single. So 17 runs in this over. and now finishes his spell for 59 runs in 4 overs. And with that, Knight Riders are 169 after 17. They're almost 10 runs and over. Mohammad Waqas is on 86 in 47 balls. He's playing an incredible innings over here. Will he be able to cross that 100? He's on strike again, I believe. And Manjeet coming to bowl his over. It's a really good contest over here. Calgary Legends will have to bat really, really well when they come in. And Knight Riders, they have a good bowling lineup as well. So it is going to be a challenging task for Calgary Legends. Manjeet coming back. And that was a slow ball. And bit of a miscommunication between the batters, but batsman is safe. Ali wanted to take that single, but Mohammad Waqas sent him back. Luckily, he did not get run out. Manjeet bowling his last over. Let's see if he can create another opportunity over here. And that's what a shot that was on the pads. And just a swivel and flick by Mohammad Waqas. Played that shot on back foot and just effortlessly dispatched over the boundary for another 6. And with that, Mohammad Waqas is on 92 now. What an innings he is playing. Some discussion happening on the pitch. Looks like there's a part of the pitch mat coming out. So umpire was just asking Waqas to fix it. Another short ball could have been dispatched but mistimed, and there's no backup. This is really sad to see, honestly. The fielding has been all over the place by Calgary Legends. There was no backup for that throw, and with that he gave an extra run, and Mohammad Waqas back on strike on 94. Let's see what he does. A slower full toss played in the long off region just for a single. It's good batting by Mohammad Waqas. He did not risk to go for that big hit because that was a slower delivery. So he just pushed it in the gap for a single. So smart batting by him. Ali on strike. And what a shot by him. He shuffled in the crease and created that shot for himself and flicked that over square leg area. What a shot that was. Went a long way. And another 6 in this over. With that, this over has already given out 15 runs. One more ball left. Extremely well batted by Knight Riders so far. They're latching on to every opportunity they have been given. And this is just another blow to Calgary Legends. Their morale has been down already with the field mishaps that have happened, all the missed chances that have happened. That was a good ball. It just placed in the gap for a single. And with that, that's the end of the over and end of the spell for Manjeet. He gave 49 runs and the 1 wicket for the team in his 4 overs. And with that, 185 for 1 Knight Riders after 18 overs. Last 2 overs of the match How far will they go? They definitely will cross 200 at this point. I believe they will go 210 the way they're batting now. So whoever you have voted for 200 plus, you guys were right. I was right, the way they were playing. Ali on strike again. And looks like Arjun is coming back to bowl his last over. He has bowled a really good spell at the top of the innings in the power play. He gave only 17 runs in his three overs. So let's see if he can finish off that spell on a good note. Maybe he'll be able to create a wicket. That was a good ball, Yorker length. He has been bowling that length a lot. And this is what they need in the death overs. I can see 78% of you have voted that Knight Riders will go past 200. And most of you are right. Because the way the score is, they probably will. Unless Arjun can create some sort of miracle here. Mohammad Waqas on 95. And he tried to go for a big shot here. And that's an incredible catch by the fielder. Right on the boundary. And I can see the disappointment on Mohammad Waqas. He is walking with really heavy steps right now. He wanted to create that 6 to go for his go for his 100. He was on 95. He wanted to make that century with a 6, and the ball was there to hit, but I think it did not come off the middle of the bat. I think it was the toe end of the bat, but it was still strong enough, powerful enough. It was still clearing the boundary, but the fielder caught the ball midair, and that was really unexpected with the way they have been fielding today. But it was really well done by the fielder, and everybody is appreciating Waqas right now in the pavilion with the way he has played. 95 in 52 balls with 8 fours and 7 sixes, a strike rate of more than 182. That was phenomenal batting by Mohammad Waqas. But unfortunately, he could not cross that 100 mark. And Arjun creating that breakthrough for the team, getting the prized wicket of Mohammad Waqas on the brink of his century. Jalaluddin playing right now. And that was a really good ball again, and bit of a fumble between the batters. But both the batters are safe. Good bowling again, and again bowling that Yorker length, not giving too much chances to batters. Really good bowling by him. A ray of hope in all the cloudiness for Calgary Legends today. This Arjun. Really well bowled. He could see the batsman trying to create that space for himself, so he bowled him wider, so he completely went out of his range. Really smart bowling by Arjun. He's bowling really well in the death. Just 1 run so far and a wicket. What an over. And that was a quick single. If the throw was a bit quicker, could have been a run out. Really, really good bowling by Arjun. Because of his bowling, all the 28% or 22% of the people who polled for less than 200, they might get right because of Arjun's bowling. What an impact. That was a good shot inside out. Really well played by Ali. There was a lofted drive inside out over the fielders in the gap. What a shot that was. But really good over still. Arjun finishes his spell with 4 overs, 23 runs, and that really important wicket of Mohammad Waqas. Really good bowling. The pick of the bowlers for Calgary Legends today. And with that, just one more over left for the inning. And and Knight Riders are 189 for 2 wickets. Sorry, 191 for 2 wickets. Let's see if they can score those extra 9 to 10 runs to cross that 200. Harman is coming back for his last over, I believe. He was very expensive in his first 2 overs in the power play, but he bowled a really good over in the middle of the innings where he gave only 3 runs, or 2 runs actually. So will he be able to do another one of that over? Can he be economical again? That was a really good bowling. It's not going to be a wide because batsman did shuffle in the crease. So that was a really smart bowling by Harman. He saw the batsman shuffling, so he pitched the ball way out of his range. Really smart bowling by Harman. Starts with a dot. And that's a full toss, a very loose delivery. We have to see if there was a no ball or not, but looks like it wasn't. I think it was a slow delivery. He was probably trying for a slower Yorker, but could not nail that. And Jalaluddin took full advantage of that ball, took all the time in the world, and dispatched that ball over the boundary for a 6. It was a good shot. I can see what Harman was trying over there, but unfortunately he could not nail that. But good thinking by him. Now he is coming over the wicket. And this time he bowls a short ball and Harman takes a wicket. Good change. This was a quicker one, a short ball. And Harman takes the wicket of Jalaluddin. After that 6, he comes back strongly and takes a wicket. Good, really good bowling by him. And really good catch as well. Good reaction. It was going away. He had to back paddle a little bit to take that catch. So really well done by him. Jalaluddin goes for 7 in 6 balls after that 1-6. And now with that we have 3 more balls left. Knight Riders are 197 for 3. And now we have new batter on strike. Shuffled a little bit, but just placed in the gap for a single. Batsmen were interested in taking a double, but did not. And that was a seam. Ali back on strike. He needs to play this last 2 deliveries to score a couple of boundaries. They're already on 198. Let's see if Harman can restrict them. And that was a really good shot. And but fielder was looking a bit interested, but it just sails over him. And with that, Knight Riders have crossed that 200 mark. Still one more delivery left. So another 6 in this over. After that wicket, Harman definitely tried to restrict Knight Riders below that 200 mark, but he could not. Ali shuffled a little bit, created that room. The ball was on pads and he just flicked it over square leg. What a shot that was. And with that last ball of the innings, let's see what happens over here. Will that be a boundary or will that be a wicket? Let's see. Another shuffle and was mistimed. They will definitely try for 2 runs and they will get those 2 runs. And with that, end of the innings for Knight Riders. Ali is definitely cursing himself that he could not dispatch that ball over the boundary. But that's definitely fine. Knight Riders finish with 206 runs on the board. A very, very healthy score. They'll be definitely happy with what they did today. Calgary Legends will have to bat really well to chase this target. And let's look at the batting card over here. The first 2 openers batted beautifully. Uddin Imad played 70 for 48. Mohammad Waqas with that energizing innings of 95 in 52 balls. Missed his century by a little bit. Was going for it, but the catch was taken very well. Ali Khan not out for 29 in 14 balls. Also played a good hand with over 200 strike rate. Jalaluddin got out after that really good 6 in the last over. And Asim just 1 run. So really healthy scorecard for the batting. But good thing to see over here. Only 4 extras by Calgary Legends, which is good to see. We don't like to see too many extras. Let's see the bowling card over here. Arjun was the pick of the bowlers. 4 overs, just 23 runs and a wicket. Everybody else was going for runs, but Arjun bowled really well, kept his composure, stuck to his line and length, and bowled really well. It took the priced wicket of Mohammad Waqas. Harman came back strongly after his first 2 overs. Bowled a really good over in the middle of the innings, but went for a few runs in the last over, but definitely took that wicket as well. Nav has been very expensive, 4 overs for 59 runs. It was a very expensive spell. Vrund definitely created some chances. He did bowl well in the context of the match, I would say. 4 overs for 35 runs. If the fielders could have caught those balls, he could have had 2 wickets and at least 10 runs less. Manjeet also very expensive, 4 overs for 49 runs. So that was the first innings for Calgary Legends versus Knight Riders. Now Calgary Legends will need to chase 207 runs in 20 overs with over 10 runs and over. Let's see what happens in the second innings. So, welcome back, all the viewers. After that electrifying first innings, we will be back on our way for the second innings of the match. But before we start that, I would really like to take a moment to thank all our sponsors: YYC Cricket, Kinetic Sports, Source Sports, and Auto Reboot. Really grateful for your support and your sponsorship. And if you guys like our content, if you guys are enjoying the matches that we are streaming right now, please like and subscribe, and also press on that bell icon so you will get all the notifications of the latest match updates. So with that, let's get back on track for our second innings. Let's see the batting lineup for Calgary Legends. So Navvirk and Preetvirk, they will be opening the batting for Calgary Legends. After that, we have Shehbaz Singh and other batters as well. We have Abhishek Sholapur, we have Arjun Rana. He bowled really well. I hope he can do well with the bat as well. We have Jatin Herman, Aditya Vrind, Pritosh, and Manjeet. So hopefully they'll be able to create some chances for themselves as well and chase that 207 target, which is a mammoth target, I would definitely say. But with a ground like England, it is not impossible because the outfield is fast and it's a big ground, so you have big gaps. So if you can play smartly, you can definitely make those runs. Nav was very expensive with the ball, but hopefully he can make amends by his batting. He has played 91 matches with 1971 runs with a strike rate of 105.74, a very healthy strike rate, and that's what we need for the openers. And Preet also 90 matches, 2270 runs, and 124.86 strike rate. And we are underway with the innings. There was a really good in swinger, bit of a misfield over there, but just gonna be a single. And that's Shawal who's bowling his over, and I believe he's captaining today as well. So captain opening with the bowl, Shawal. 125 matches, 94 wickets with economy of 6.9, which is really impressive, especially when you're playing T20. Economy of 6.9 is. Just a single. Good over so far. Well bowled so far. Only 4 runs of the over. Good swing by Shawal. Oh, and what a ball was that was. Big in swinger and played completely across. Should have played with a straight bat, but he tried to go over the mid wicket region in that gap and completely missed the ball. It was swinging in, it was full, it was there to hit, but it should have hit with a straight bat. But Nav goes completely across and loses his wicket. The woodwork is shattered all over the place. What a ball that was. Nav was definitely feeling the pressure because they definitely needed a boundary in that over. So he was trying for that. But he played two across and missed the ball altogether and lost his wicket. And this is a very bad start for Calgary Legends. They definitely need their top order to come and perform today, especially with a big target like this. And with the first wicket gone in the first over itself, it is not ideal for them. Harman coming into the bat, 117 matches, 1069 runs with a 98.43 strike rate. So healthy strike rate for number 3, but he needs to keep his cool. That was a good ball, back of the length. So a very, very good over to start with. Only 4 runs and a big wicket of Nav. So really good start for Knight Riders. And Calgary Legends not looking so good so far. But hopefully they'll be able to turn the tables around. Only time will tell. And that's what I was saying before. Knight Riders have a good bowling lineup. So they're definitely confident about what they're doing. So with a score like 207, 206 on board, they're definitely feeling very confident. So they're gonna be bowling with some extra spice over there. We have a deep point in place and a deep square leg. So looks like the bowler is gonna try to bowl short balls over here. With a field setup like this, he should not bowl any full balls because batsmen can just go down the ground over the field. Oh, looks like they're changing the field. They're bringing the square leg inside and the long on is going out. So looks like the bowler will be bowling some outswingers here. Kamal bowling. And there was a bit of an inside edge. A fumble between the batters, but everybody is safe. Missed the stumps, not by much. Thick inside edge, but just bounced right over the stumps. So good start of the over for Kamal. It was good length as well, back of length, so not too short and not too full as well. So it's difficult to dispatch that ball. Another good ball. That's top edge. Fielder coming underneath, but it's just landing in no man's land. It's just gonna be a single, I believe. So bit of a stroke of luck for Preet over there. Could have ended badly for him, but not to be. Harman coming on strike. Kamal bowling really well. Already creating chances in the second ball itself. Not a lot of swing for him yet, but he is bowling good line and length. And that's straight to the fielder, but that's a quick single. Well done by batters. Good running between the wickets. Good commitment to the run. They need to let themselves set first. After the first wicket gone in the first over, they'll definitely try to set themselves first before going for the shots. Again, a good ball. He's not giving a lot of chance. And Preet is, I don't know why, but he's trying to hit the offside ball into the leg side, which is not going to be very productive for him. If he can just hit that ball in the offside itself, maybe he can get more runs. Another good ball by Kamal over there. Oh, that's an interesting decision by umpire. It did not look like a wide, but Umpire's decision is the final decision, so no arguments over there. Could be a close one. Very interesting decision. But that was very close from the bat. So good bowling so far by Kamal. Another swing and a miss. This time goes below the bat. This time the ball did not bounce as much. We can definitely see that the bounce is not very consistent. Both previous balls, they pitched on the similar length, but the bounce was different for both of them. Another wide and short delivery, and this time it has dispatched on the extra cover region, clearing the infield and crossing the boundary. So first boundary of the innings for Calgary Legends, and with that, Calgary Legends are 12 for 1 after 2 overs. They definitely need more of those boundaries. Just the one is not going to cut it. They have a long way to go, and they're going to need as many boundaries as possible. And they are going to need some long partnerships from the top order. So Shawal coming back after a really good first over and that incredible wicket with that big and swinging ball. So let's see if he can create another wicket over here. Preet on strike. Another in-swinging ball, but this time it has been flicked on the leg side, but there's a fielder, so it's just going to be a single. A really good field setup for the ball as well. He is bowling big in swingers, so he definitely needs protection in that square leg region, mid-wicket region, and he has done that. So that is a really good smart setup by Knight Riders. They are bowling to their field, which Calgary Legends failed to do. Another big in-swinger, but this time it was swing and a miss. Harman tried to go for a big shot. Another batsman trying to play across to an in-swinging ball, which is not a good choice, but luckily for Harman, it did not go on the stumps. I know that Calgary Legends need those big shots and they need those boundaries. They also need to be smart about their shot selection over here. That's a really good shot, and that's just going to sail over the fielder, and that's another boundary. That's what I was talking about. Batsmen need to play with the straight bat, especially when the ball is in swinging. And that's what Harman did over here. Really good shot. A lofted drive down the ground, clearing the infield, and a one bounce four. Really good shot. This is exactly what they need to do. Play on the merit. Be smart about your selection. Another shot. This time he played inside out, but the timing is not as good, but it will still go over the boundary. The timing wasn't as good, but it was good enough to clear the boundary, and two back-to-back fours. Things are looking up for Calgary Legends here. That was played really well. He played against the swing, chipped it inside out on that square side. Really well batting by Harman. Good shot again, and this is again sailing over the fielder. And that's going to be another boundary. Three back-to-back fours from Harman's bat. he is giving hope to his team right now. He needs to continue with this momentum that he is creating now. And Shawal, he needs to rethink his strategy in terms of bowling. He is switching the fielders. So he's bringing the long on inside and he's taking long off outside, which is a good, I will definitely say it's a good ploy. Let's see if it works. Another big in swinger. This time it was Yorker length. Good ball, good comeback by Shawal. And it's just going to be a dot ball, but still 13 runs from this over. And after 3 overs, Calgary Legends at 25 for 1 wicket. Their run rate right now is 8.33. They still need to bring that run rate up at least by 2 points. But they will get there if they keep batting the way they are at the moment. Good batting display by Harman so far. Preet has not had any luck yet, but hopefully he can get going as well. Kamal coming back for his second over. He bowled a really good over. And straight to the fielder, and that's going to be a dot ball. He's a tall bowler with a good run up and a steady action. He's not creating a lot of swing though, but with his line and length, he doesn't need much swing. And this time it's chipped in the air and the fielder is settling himself underneath, and that's going to be another catch. Knight Riders are not putting down any opportunities over here. Preet was not able to get away. He was not getting a move on. He was feeling that pressure. He tried to go for a big shot and he did the same mistake again. He played across and got a top edge and a very simple catch to the fielder. And second wicket is down for 25. And Preet made only 6 runs in 9 balls. And he is going to be disappointed after this. And now we have Abhishek coming on strike. Calgary Legends, they need a partnership. They need a big partnership. The same way Knight Riders did. They had a 120-run partnership on the top of the order. Abhishek with 54 matches, 687 runs with a strike rate of 84.4. He has a lot of work to do. He needs to support Harman. Harman is playing well. So he needs to rotate the strike in the beginning, set himself up, give himself some time, and then get going. Good shot in the point region, but just going to be a single. There's a fielder outside. And this is what I keep saying, that they have set up their field according to the bowlers. And the bowlers are bowling very well. So the batters are not able to create those gaps. Whereas we could see during Knight Riders batting, they could find a lot of gaps in the field. And that has been the difference so far for both the teams. Something to think about for Calgary Legends for the next match. Let's focus on this one so far. Good ball again, good length, straight to the fielder, but bit of a misfield. But just will be another single. Won't hurt Knight Riders much. Kamal bowling a really good spell so far. He's already gotten a wicket and just has given 10 runs so far in his 10 balls. So good economy again. Good ball again, but this time it has been struck over the fielder in that long on region, and it is gonna cross the boundary for a 4. So Abhishek opens his account with a boundary. That's the first boundary for him. It's a good shot. Bit of a slog sweep down the ground. It's a bit of a confidence booster for him. That was a good ball, but I think the umpire is going to give it wide. It was definitely going above the line. So it was a very close call, I would say 50-50, but umpire goes with a wide. So 2 extras so far for Knight Riders. And that's a top edge again, but it's going to run to the boundary because there's no deep third man. So a bit of an unlucky thing for Kamal over there. Got a top edge and sailed over the wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper had no chance whatsoever, and there was no deep third man to stop that ball. So it's going to run for another boundary. So with that, there's 11 runs in that over, and with that, Calgary Legends are 36 for 2 after 4 overs. So they're definitely increasing their run rate bit by bit, which is a good sign for them. But they're going to need a lot more than that. We're looking at some bowling change over here. New bowler coming into attack. I didn't see much of a swing anymore for Kamal over there. Bowler over here is definitely trying to shine the ball as much as possible. Maybe he will try to swing the ball. The bowler is Khurram. Looks like he's bowling right arm over the wicket. Looks like this is his first match. So we have looks like a debutant, or maybe just a second match. And that's an out-swinging delivery. That's a top edge fielder coming underneath, but there's just short of him. It's good effort by fielder. And gonna be 2 runs for Harman. That was a risky shot by Harman. It was an out-swinging delivery, and he tried to play a slog sweep and took a top edge, a healthy top edge. But luckily for him, it was far away from the long on fielder. Just get 2 runs, and this is a wide ball by Khurram. He is definitely bowling out swingers here, so Harman needs to keep that in mind. And I don't see any protection outside the circle in the square region, so he could be benefiting if he tries to hit over the fielders in that square region instead of going across, especially for outswingers. So let's see what Harman does now. He has taken almost an outside of leg guard, and this is a big shot by Harman. Ball was in the zone and lashed onto it very quickly, and it sailed over the boundary for a big 6. And Harman doing really well, 26 in 12 balls. And Khurram, he needs to recalculate his length. He needs to reset himself. That was not a good ball. It was in the slot, coming in straight. And we can see the trigger movement of Harman. He takes his guard outside of leg stump, but with his trigger movement, he comes almost on the off stump. And because of that, he can create shots like this, and this is another 6. 2 back-to-back 6s by Harman. Really well batted. And as I was saying, bowler needs to keep that in mind. He has a really big trigger movement. He's coming from outside the leg stump. with his trigger movement, he's coming on off stump. So if you bowl anything on the stump region, he can go across on it and he can play shots like that. So bowler needs to keep that in mind. He is bowling outswingers, but he needs to recalculate his length and line over here. He needs to bowl a little bit outside of off and maybe a bit of short of length. And that was a slower delivery. Straight enough, but this is just going to be a single. But yes, as I was saying, for Harman, with the way he is batting, the way his trigger movement is, Khurram needs to bowl him, I would say probably 5th or 6th stump line and bit of short of length, like maybe a back of length delivery, because with that he won't be able to swing that ball over the mid wicket region like he was doing. He has to play in the offside. That was a really good ball. This is exactly what I was saying, but this was to Abhishek, not to Harman. But that was a good ball. Bit of an outswinger. The ball is not swinging much anymore, but there is still some swing. If they keep the ball shining, they might be able to extract more swing. Last ball of the over, and another outswinging delivery, and that was slashed over the cover region and lands in the no man region, and just gonna be 2 runs. So quite an eventful over, and there's 18 runs in that over. It's a really expensive first over for Khurram, and after that over it's 54 after 5 overs for 2 wickets for Calgary Legends. So they are going well. They're definitely above the required run rate at the moment. So if they can carry on the momentum that they have right now, they will be looking into a good position. So good partnership building up between Abhishek and Harman. Harman taking the charge and Abhishek supporting really well. So let's see what happens. There's another bowling change over here. I think we have a spinner coming in now. We have a new bowler, Khayyam. He is quite an experienced bowler over here. 229 matches, 133 wickets with an economy of 5.59. Quite a phenomenal career so far. So we have a medium bowler actually. I was expecting a spinner, but with the short run up, but we have a medium pacer here. So interesting. And that was a good first ball. And he's bowling the right channel to Harman. Maybe he's listening to my commentary. Good ball again. This time it was Yorker length, but again, good channel on that 6 stump corridor. Because from what I can see, Harman has that strong swing across in the mid-wicket region. So if you can bowl him outside his reach, it's not going to be easy for him. Another good ball, and that was a quick single. And with that, Abhishek is on strike. Khayyam bowling really well so far. That was a good shot, piercing the gap, and it is going to run away for the boundary. That was a really good shot by Abhishek. It was wide, and he just slashed it between the point and third man, and it just ran away to the boundary. That was really smart batting by Abhishek. Just using the pace of the ball, just placing it into that gap. Played really well. This time, just missing the fielder, just going over the fielder a little bit. but it's not going to run away for the boundary. It wasn't timed as well, but they will get 2 runs. That was a bit of a risky shot over there. Tried to go for a slog sweep, but the ball was quite outside the off stump. Luckily for him, it just missed the fielder on that mid inner circle region. Another Yorker delivery on the offside, but gonna get a single over there. So with that, first over is done. 8 runs in that over, and with that, power play is over as well. And Calgary Legends are 62 for 2, so they are on point at the moment in terms of run rate. They are batting with the required run rate, almost the same run rate that they have. And the batting so far, Navvirk and Preethvirk, they could not get a move on for themselves. Both got out cheaply. But Harmanvirk and Abhishek, they are playing a good hand over here. Good partnership building between them. Both of them batting well. Harman on 34 in 17 with 200 strike rate. And Abhishek Sholapur, he's on 18 in 8 ball, also more than 200 strike rate. So both of them batting well and giving lots of hopes to their team. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going. Looks like we have another bowling change over here. We have Gurmanjot coming in for bowling. Looks like a spinner coming in. And we have Abhishek on strike, a leggy, and that's going to be a wide. So Gurmanjot starts his bowling with wide, his second match as well. So we have another newcomer for the bowling. There was a good flight in that ball, but it was way outside the off stump. Good shot this time, but there's a fielder. So he's going to take that and just going to be a single. Harman will definitely try to go across to this guy. Will definitely try to muscle the shot over the mid-wicket region. Let's see what happens. Oh, this time he just drives in the cover region and a quick single, and there is no backup, and they will get another run for that. So a bit of a misfield for Knight Riders, giving an extra run. He's bowling good line to Harman, not bowling too straight. And this time Harman chips that ball over the cover fielder, and it is timed really well. It's gone across the field, gone across the boundary over there for a 4. So really good batting. He waited and waited for that ball. It was short and it was outside the off stump, but he chipped it over the cover region where there was no fielders and got a boundary for it. So really well played by Harman here. He's playing a really good hand for his team. Oh. Batsman wasn't ready for the ball, so bowler will have to reset. Looks like fielders are talking while the bowler is coming into the ball, so batsman moved out. Good shot. There was a sweep, but there's a fielder in the back, so will be just a single. So a productive over for Calgary Legends so far. Already 9 runs in this over. Still 2 balls left. They can get another boundary in this over. Will be really good for them. Very wide. If we had just let it go, could have been a wide ball, but he misses that ball completely, and just a dot ball then. Switch hit, and he did get a bit of an edge, I believe, but it's not gonna go for a boundary. Probably just 2 runs. He tried to be cheeky over there, but could not time the ball very well. I think it's given byes, so there was no contact from the bat whatsoever. But lucky enough, he did not lose his wicket. So Calgary Legends will take runs any way they can get, and 11 runs in that over with those 2 byes. And after 7 overs, it's 73 for 2 Calgary Legends. All right, we're coming back for the 8th over. Khayyam coming back for his second. Harman on strike. Harman playing on 41 in 20 balls. Playing really well. Both the batters actually. Good partnership building between them. I believe their partnership has already crossed 50 runs. That was a wide ball to start the over. They need to control their extras. Calgary Legends, they're batting with a healthy run rate, and these extras are only going to help them. So Knight Riders need to control their extras, not give them too many easy runs. Just a single over here. And Abhishek tried to be cheeky, but this time it works for him. A bit of a ramp shot for him, and it worked out. There's no protection in the fine leg region, and ball crosses the boundary easily. Very cheeky from Abhishek, but it works this time. He tried to be cheeky last over, but it did not work for him, even though he did get 2 byes. But this time he did get the bat on it, and he got full marks for it as well. So well done by him. Let's see how Khayyam comes back after that. Maybe he'll try to bowl a quick Yorker. Kinda. Oh, it was a slower actually. And they're trying to get quick doubles over there, and they will get it easily. So good running between the wickets. They're definitely putting pressure on fielding for Knight Riders. So good running between the wickets. They have already gotten 8 runs in this over. Still 3 more balls left. Swing and a miss. It was outside of off, and he tried to play across, tried to play over the fielders because there's no mid-wicket. And he tries again, but it's not timed very well, but he will get a single. Harman coming back on strike. Calgary Legends are going with a very healthy run rate here. They need to keep that up, and they should be good. Good ball again. This was a Yorker land delivery, gone straight to the fielder. So with that over, 8 runs in that over, 9 runs in that over, and 82 for 2 after 8 overs. Calgary Legends still need 125 in the last 12 overs with a run rate of 10.42. They're at 10.25 at the moment, so almost the same run rate. Just a run difference, I would say. And we have Gurmanjot coming back for the over. He's giving good flight on the ball, and we can see it's quite windy as well. And oh, that was really interesting. And it is running to the boundary, I believe. And yes, it is a boundary, I believe. That was a very interesting shot. It was definitely going down the leg for a wide, but batsman tried to sweep it in that fine leg region, but he ended up getting back of the bat, I believe, on it, and it went on the third man region. But luckily there was no protection, and he gets a 4 for it. So Abhishek hitting some inventive shots here, getting very creative. But he's getting runs, and that's all it matters right now. Calgary Legends the pavilion must be very happy after their first two. Oh, that was a bit of a tempting ball for Abhishek. And good running between the wickets. They squeezed quick twos over there. It was a bit of a tempting ball for Abhishek. I think that's what the other fielder was telling the bowler, to give him a ball like that. Maybe he'll go for a big shot and miss hit it. But he did well. He waited for that ball forever, and then he placed it. But could not place it in the gap for the boundary, but still get 2 runs for that. So well done. Another switch hit. he needs to play straight as well. Like, I know it's working for him, but it can work against him as well. Luckily, it missed completely. Let's see what he does now. And he tried to just cut the ball in the gap, but could not get it straight to the fielder. So good comeback by Gurmanjot. Good balls. That's another good ball, and straight to the fielder this time, and just a single. So Gurmanjot bowling really well, I would say. He's giving good flight on the ball, so batsman has to time it well because it's not coming in quickly on his bat. So batsman has to wait and wait and wait and make the connection well. And good shot by Herman, played in the gap, but it's not going to run away for the boundary, but they'll definitely get 2 runs for that. So with that, 8 runs in that over, 18 runs after 2 overs for Gurmanjot, and Calgary Legends are 91 for 2 in 9 overs. And this is exactly what Calgary Legends needed, a good partnership. And that's what we are seeing right now between Abhishek and Herman. Herman did well with his bowling, even though he did go for some runs in the last over. But they still did well. The partnership of 66 in 34 balls, which is incredible, almost 200 strike rate for the partnership as well. Both of them playing really well. Contribution of 27 and 33 for both of them. They need to keep going. They cannot stop now. I'm pretty sure we still have some capable batters sitting in pavilion for Calgary Legends. But both of them, they're playing really well. They're set. Abhishek is being very inventive as well. So they need to keep going on. They need to keep this momentum up. And we are looking at a very, very interesting match here. After the first 2 quick wickets, I thought could be a one-sided match, but not to be. We have a new bowler now, Azmat, coming into the attack. And this played over the point fielder for 2 runs. Just chipped over the point fielder, which was a good shot. Azmat is a new bowler. We have another leggy coming in, a lot of leg spinners from Knight Riders. And that was a good shot by Abhishek. That was short and wide and lands in the no man's land over there, but it doesn't go to the boundary, just 2 runs. It wasn't timed very well, but they will still get 2 runs, which is pretty good. They're keeping the scoreboard alive. That's that's the most important thing. They cannot have any dot balls because that will just create pressure to them. That there's a appeal for stumping, but batsman is safe. I think the wide ball was not given because batsman shuffled outside the off stump. So good decision by Funny as well. Looks like the keeper was not ready, so bowler will have to reset. That's and straight to the fielder. Oh wait, is that out or six? Okay, so that is out. Looks like the batter is asking if it was caught outside the crease or outside the boundary or not, but looks like the fielder was quite safely inside. So that's going to be another wicket. Azmad breaking that partnership between Abhishek and Harman, and Abhishek loses his wicket. Couldn't time that ball very well. It was a bit of a top edge, but still the ball traveled quite far, but the long on fielder caught it easily inside the boundary. And with that, third wicket is down for 95 after 9.4 overs. And that's what I was saying, like as soon as you saw a dot ball, there was some sort of pressure that comes on the batter, especially when you're chasing a big total. And he lost his wicket. But he did try to go for the shot. It was there to hit, but he could not get the complete bat on it and lost his wicket. 5 fours, 37 runs in 24 balls. Good innings by Abhishek, but it has come to an end. We have a new batter coming in. Jatin is the new batter. 18 matches, 162 runs with a 99.39 strike rate. So we need another partnership from these two guys now. We cannot lose that momentum that was built in the past few overs. The run rate has fallen below 10 already, so they cannot let the run rate slip away more than that, because then it will create more and more pressure for the batters. Good ball again by Azmat. He's bowling a good length. It's not spinning much, but he is getting that odd bounce over there. Good ball again. This time looks like it was a googly, but well defended by Jatin. And with that, over is finished. A really good over, very productive for Knight Riders. Only 4 runs and a wicket of Abhishek. And after 10 overs, Calgary Legends are 95 for 3. Innings are halfway at the moment, and Calgary Legends need 112 runs in the next 10 overs with a run rate of 11.20. So quite a big task ahead of them still, but they need to keep their composure and look at this match 1 over at a time. And we have Gurmanjot coming in and hit straight to the long on fielder for a single. Harman on 45 in 24 balls, playing a good innings for the team. Jatin needs to support him well. And that's hit right on the two, and that was another wicket. I was just saying that Jatin needs to support Harman, but he goes for that big shot. He sees that ball coming in his strike zone, and he tries to latch on it right away, but hits that ball directly into long off fielder. And disappointing outing for Jatin over there. He should have just rotated the strike and let Harman do the job and let himself give some time. But he tried to go for that shot right away and lost his wicket. And now we have new batter coming on strike, which is Aditya. And I will say this again, new batter, you need to support Harman. He's batting well at the moment. Just try to rotate the strike, give yourself some time, set yourself up, and then go for the shots. I'm pretty sure Harman is telling him the same thing. So let's see, Aditya only 6 matches under his belt, 48 runs. But I can see a very good strike rate for him, 154, almost 155 strike rate. So that is a good sign. But as I said, he needs to give himself some time. So just rotate the strike, let Harman play in the beginning, set yourself up, calm yourself down. The nerves are jittery in the beginning. And that's a wide ball. Looks like Gurmanjot was trying an arm ball over there, but it was too wide. That was a really good ball by Gurmanjot. Lured the batsman into that drive. Luckily for him, he was inside the crease, so stumping won't affect him. But that was a really good ball, good flight, and good spin as well. Good bowling by Gurman right now. Placed in the gap for a quick single. And that's well done by Aditya, giving strike to Harman. He's a set batter at the moment. So let him play as many balls as possible right now and give yourself time and set yourself up. Gurman bowling really well right now. Whoa, and looks like there's another wicket. I'm not sure if this was a stumping or if it was an edge, but I believe it was a bottom edge for Harman. And we are looking at a game changing over here by Gurmanjot. He took 2 wickets in 1 over with only 3 runs so far, and he took out the important wicket of Harman, who was really set. He was batting well, and he had that ability to take this match as close as possible, but not to be. Gurmanjot took that wicket. Harman went way too across. He tried to play over that mid-wicket region, but looks like the ball didn't bounce as much, and it got a bottom edge from the batter, and it went straight to the wicket keeper. So unlucky for Harman, and he scored 45 in 25, 5 fours, 2 sixes with 180 strike rate. Really well played, but unfortunately he has to go. He has to depart, and we have a new batter on strike, Arjun, coming in. He bowled really well. Let's see what he can do with his bat now. He has a bit of experience as well. 78 matches with 912 runs, but the strike rate is not as good. But we can expect that from a lower order batter. And the match is slipping away from Calgary Legends now. They lost their set batters. They lost 3 wickets in quick successions in last 2 overs. And that's not a good sign for them at all. And that was another good ball, good shout, big appeal. But no reaction from the umpire. And they get a leg bye as well. So really good bowling by Gurmanjot. That was a game-changing bowling for sure. Only 4 runs in that over with that 1 leg bye as well, and 2 wickets, and an important wicket of Harman as well. So Knight Riders are looking really well now. 99 for 5 wickets after 11 overs, Calgary Legends. Now they need 12 runs an over for the next 9 overs, which is a big task for them. And they have lost all their set batters. Both the batters are new on the crease, so it's going to be a very challenging thing for them. Azmat coming back, he bowled a really good over as well. Got the wicket of Abhishek. Let's see what he can do over here now. Another appeal, probably for an edge, but no reaction from the umpire. Shuffling across, but it's gonna get only a single for that. They're definitely gonna try to go for big shots here, but Knight Riders are bowling way too well at the moment. Was wide and short, but Aditya could not put it away. These are the very rare loose deliveries, and you need to put them away, but he's still pretty new on the crease. Hasn't been set. That was a big inside edge, but we'll get just a single for that. They have a mountain to climb from here, Calgary Legends, and the chances are looking slim by the ball. And that's hit straight to the fielder in the cover region. Would see a soft dismissal over here. The batsman couldn't set himself up. He went back on back on the crease, tried to hit over the fielder, but gave a simple catch to the fielder instead, and lost his wicket. So Arjun losing his wicket. He did well with the ball, but could not make any impact with the bat. And with that, Calgary Legends 101 for 6. And as I was saying, the opportunities, the chances are going dimmer and dimmer with every ball. Now we're looking, I think Vrind is coming to the batting now. Calgary Legends still need 106 runs in 8.2 overs. And now the required run rate is touching 13 per over. So that's going to be very difficult for them. And they have lost all their batting strength. So I would say we are looking at the tail enders now. And things are not looking very well in the pavilion. You can already see some people are packing their stuff up. Azmat creating a lot of impact with his bowling. Got 2 wickets so far. Let's see what he can do now. Another dot ball. And with that, end of the over. So Calgary Legends, after 12 overs, 101 for 6. Only 2 runs in that last over and a wicket as well. So a big turnaround for the innings, I would say. Just 4 overs ago, the things were looking up for Calgary Legends. The required run rate was incorrect. Batters were looking good, and then all of a sudden, in the matter of few overs, things have changed completely opposite. Another good ball by Gurmanjot, but luckily for the batter, it lands in the no man's land, and gonna be 2 runs for him. He is bowling really well. He's giving a lot of flight to the ball, so it's not easy to time that ball because it's not easy to judge the pitch of the ball when it's flighting. Another good ball, giving a lot of air, but this time gets a lot of bat on it, Aditya, and hits it over the cover region for a 4. So a shimmer of light, a ray of hope for Calgary Legends over here. We did see good strike rate for Aditya. So now it's the time for him to show off that strike rate. And this time goes straight to the fielder, but just a single. So as I was saying, Gurman is bowling very slow and he's giving a lot of flight to the ball. So batsman has to wait and wait and wait. And it's not easy. You tend to lose patience. And with that, it's difficult to time the ball well. So they really need to watch the ball. And he's also spinning it well as well. So there's quite a lot of deflection. Oh, this one was a quicker, but goes wide. I think it was an arm ball. So good variation, but could not nail it properly. So a wide ball. And this is another good shot by Aditya. It was short and leg. I think it was a flipper because it did not bounce as much, but it was well outside the leg stump. And Aditya gave himself a lot of room and just chipped it over the fine leg for a 4. So quite a productive over for Calgary Legends this time. They already have 13 runs so far in this over. Last ball for Gurman for his spell. Ooh, and lets it go. So after that over, Calgary Legends are 114 for 6 wickets. 13 overs done. They need 93 in 7 overs. A lot of work to do still. They will try to take the game deep as much as possible, but things are not looking very good for them. And Knight Riders are bowling really well. The field setup is pretty solid, so it's not easy getting away as well. Vrund over here, he needs to just rotate the strike. Just give the strike to Aditya. He is striking the ball now. Azmat coming back to the attack for his 3rd over. And straight to the... Oh, that was a bit of a misfield. And they will come for a 2nd run. Little frustration for bowler. He's coming straight to the fielder, but just went through his legs. Another well-placed shot in the gap, but just a single. I haven't seen anyone stepping out and taking on the spinners yet. Maybe Aditya will do it. And he tries to go across and try to chip that ball over the square leg, fine leg region. But luckily for him, nothing happens. It could have easily been a leg before, or he could have chipped the ball in the air and given a catch. And this time he hits it in the cover area, but luckily there's no fielder in that side and will get 2 runs. So Aditya riding on quite a lot of luck here, but he should not keep testing that luck. It will get back to him. We saw Vakas in the last match, in the last innings, in the first innings. Oh, this time he tried that shot again. Could not time it well, but he will get 2 runs for it. They're running fast. As I keep saying, Aditya keeps riding on that luck over here. Keeps testing that luck. I was saying in the first innings, Vakas It was on 95. Two catches had been dropped. Two easy catches had been dropped. But then on 95 he tried to hit a 6, but a very well catch taken on the boundary, a jumping catch. So that's a luck, and this is chipped in the air straight to the fielder this time. And as I said, Aditya should not keep riding that luck. But he did, and gave an easy catch to the fielder. And now, whatever chances that Calgary Legends had left, I think they're almost done now. Because I think the last of their batter is gone. Oh, I can see an interesting thing happening at the ground here. I believe Vrund, when he came onto the bat, he was not wearing his box. I just saw Aditya sharing his box to him, which is quite interesting, because coming in the middle of the ground to bat without a box, I would say very daring of Vrund over there. I think captain walking in the middle of the pitch right now. The damage has been done. 7 wickets down, and they still need, I would say, 120 runs. Aditya gone for 17 runs. He got 2 fours, but he could not make much impact. He kept going on, kept going for those cheeky runs, and lost his wicket. Now Shahbaz coming into the crease, the captain. Quite experienced as well, 95 matches, 1500 runs, almost 100 strike rate. But as I said, the damage has been done. 7 wickets already down. And they still need 86 runs in 6 overs. More than 14 runs an over. And that's going to be very difficult. We have a new bowler, Asim. Asim coming into the crease for bowling. So this time we have an off spinner. And hit. And that's well struck actually. Over the point fielder for a boundary. So Shahbaz, the captain, making some impact from the get-go. It was wide and short, and he took full advantage of that delivery. Another short delivery, but this time he tried to pull it towards the leg side, but plays straight to the fielder in deep square leg, just for a single. Vrund on strike now. And I think the box that Aditya gave Vrund has also given him his technique. Now Vrund is also trying to shuffle and playing those cheeky shots like Aditya was doing. It was a wide delivery though. Again he tries to shuffle, and this time he tries to hit it. And that was a really good effort by Wakas on the cow corner region. But catch was dropped. It was good effort. Sliding catch, but popped out of his hand. And they get 2 runs for that. So Vrund is definitely trying to make some runs. He's trying to take some risk, but that's all he can do at the moment. There's no point in saving his wicket anymore. He has to go, he has to take this risk, because they need 15 runs and over now. Goes again, but this time it's not timed well, and just a single. Ooh. The ball hit the edge of the pitch and got deflected, but it's all right. Last ball of the over. And tried to pull again, but this time short of the fielder. Wakas is standing on a hot spot right now. Balls are coming to him back to back. But again, another single, and with that, 10 runs in that over. And Calgary Legends 131 for 7 after 15 overs. They need 76 in the last 5. More than 15 and over. That's a huge, huge challenge for them. But Shehbaz, the captain, he is giving some motivational words to Vrund. They have to take those risks. They have to try to create runs somehow. They did get 10 runs in the last over, which is a good sign for them, but they need a lot more than that. And we still have the opening bowlers coming back. I will definitely see Shawal coming back for his 2 more overs. We'll definitely see Kamal coming back for his 2 overs. So after this over, we'll see the opening bowlers coming back. So it's not going to be easy at all to score against them. And we have Azmat bowling his last over. He's bowling with a cap on. He almost forgot that he had a cap on. And he tried to go for a big one, and it's straight to the fielder in the mid-wicket region. And Captain Shehbaz loses his wicket as well. He did try to go for a big shot. It was in the slot, but he could not. He found the fielder instead. He could not find a gap. It goes straight to the fielder. The catcher did not have to move at all. It came straight to him. And that's the end of captain's innings as well. He did get a 4 on his first ball, but that's all he could do. And now we have Paritosh coming in. And I would say the match is almost over now. 8 wickets down. And still quite a lot of runs to go. I don't think there's much left in this match anymore. Only a miracle can save Calgary Legends from here. And miracles don't happen very often. Paritosh with 17 matches, only 28 runs on the board. That's a wide over there. An extra. Knight Riders definitely gave a lot of extras this match, but also luckily for them, they bowled well apart from that and got wickets in timely manner. Just a single. Let's see what inventive shot Vrind will come up with. Definitely try something cheeky. No, actually, he tries to get a quick single here, and I think they're safely in. Oh no, actually, it is given out. And the batsman looks absolutely shocked over there. He's definitely arguing with the leg umpire over there. And it's funny because leg umpire is his own teammate, but looked like he was quite outside the crease. Definitely a very obvious decision for him. They tried to squeeze that quick single, but not to be. And with that, 9 wickets down now for 133. Paritosh came and he went. The match could very well end in this very over, because there's only 1 wicket left. Azmat still has 3 more deliveries left for him. Scorer has made a mistake. He has given Vrund out, and Paritosh is still on the board. Hopefully they will make those changes. But Manjeet is on strike. Nevertheless, and as I was saying, with Azmat's 3 balls left and only 1 wicket to go for Calgary Legends, this match could end in this very over as well. Let's see if it does. Oh, that was a googly and really good ball, but bounced a little bit more and went just above the stumps. Really good ball by Azmat. Very, very smart bowling by him. Another well flighted ball, but will be only single. Vrund coming back on strike. He has given out on scoreboard, which was definitely a mistake by the scorer, but that's okay. And that was the last ball for Azmat, and that is actually a boundary. It was wide and short, and there was no fielder in the cover region, so Vrund was able to get that boundary, but it is little too late for Calgary Legends, I would say. I believe they need more than 16 or 17 runs per over now, and with last wicket left, and with their prime bowlers yet to come and bowl again, it's definitely looking very difficult. I think we're seeing another bowling change, I believe. Oh no, it's not Imad. I thought it was Imaduddin coming to bowl. It's not. I think it's Asim coming back to the attack. And Paritesh on strike. 69 needed in 4 overs. More than 17 runs. It's almost impossible now. And that's a big strike down the ground, but it is short for the fielder, so it will be just a single. Let's see what happens now. And another big strike, and the fielder settling himself underneath, and that's an easy catch. And that's the end of the match for Calgary Legends versus Knight Riders. Knight Riders winning this match by 68 runs with 4 overs, 3.2, 3.4 overs still left. So very convincing win for Knight Riders. They put a big total on the board, put a lot of pressure on Calgary Legends. They got 2 quick wickets. Calgary Legends, they did get a big partnership in the middle in terms of Harman and Abhishek, but they could not capitalize from there. They lost way too many wickets very quickly and ended up losing this match with a big margin. So Calgary Legends' luck is not going in their side again. They're losing another match, and Knight Riders winning a very good match over here with a really good net run rate. It's definitely going to make things better for their positioning on the table. So let's see the batting card for Calgary Legends. Not too many things to say apart from Harman and Abhishek and Aditya. Nobody else could go on double digits, which is the reason why Calgary Legends has lost. They did get a good partnership in terms of Harman and Abhishek, but after that they lost too many wickets very quickly. Aditya tried to do some things, but he also lost his wicket, and then everybody just followed right after. So Calgary Legends could not come on top of this game once again. And let's see the bowling card. Everybody bowling quite well. We did have a couple of expensive bowlers. For example, Kamaluddin, his first over he bowled well, but his second over he did give away few runs. Khurram, he bowled only 1 over and gave 18 runs, and then he was stopped after. But then we saw Azmat Khan, which was the pick of the bowler over here. He took 4 wickets for just 20 runs in his 4 overs, which was really well. And I would say Gurmanjot Singh as well was definitely very impressive. He bowled really well, was giving a lot of air to the ball, which was finding batsmen were finding very difficult to bat to. And he also got 2 wickets for 34 runs in his 4 overs. So very good, very well performed by Knight Riders all over. And we can see the towers over here. We did see Calgary Legends coming on top a little bit in the middle, but then the wickets fell and then they could never come on top again. And with that, they lost the match. Everything went out away from them. You can see the worm as well. The Knight Riders worm kept going up, never came down. But you can see the Calgary Legends. It went up in the middle and then it came down a little bit, and it then stayed down. You can see the wickets falling. In the middle, you will see a stretch where there were no wickets, but then after that, 4 wickets very quickly, and then again, next 4 wickets also went very quickly. So that's the end of the game for Knight Riders and Calgary Legends. Mohammad Waqas will be the player of the match, undoubtedly, with his electrifying innings of 95. He's definitely played well. He was deserving that 100, but not to be. And this is the positioning for tables over here. CC on top, CC and Kings 1, they're doing really well. Glenmore Knights on the 3rd position. Calgary Legends still on number 4 with this loss. Knight Riders, finally they won the first match of the season. They did have a tie, and then they had a no result and a lost. So they had one in every category, I would say. So quite an interesting season for them so far. But they did get a win on the board finally, and their points are now open as well. So quite an open table so far. We still have quite a lot of games left. Black Caps has played only 1 game so far. They have a lot of games to play as well. So we'll see what happens. So that's the end of the match for today. This is DIVYESH. It was my honor to do the commentary for this game today. And if you do like our content, if you did enjoy the match today, please like and subscribe our channel, which is 22 Yards Network. And please press that bell icon so you can get the notifications as well. So thank you again, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon. We have another match coming up tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for tomorrow. And my dear friend Vibhor will be commentating for that match, so you'll definitely enjoy that match as well. So good night everyone, and take care.